Reverend Kate, and it's my pleasure to welcome everyone to Sunday morning at the Center for Spiritual Living Carlsbad. Whether you're in this room or whether you're watching online this morning, we're just really happy to come together to celebrate the truth that there is a power for good in the universe, greater than we are, and that we can use it. And so, keeping this in mind, I just want to invite you to relax for a moment while I begin with a spiritual mind treatment. So when I do a spiritual mind treatment, I often use the word I, not so much that I'm speaking about myself only, but I is the name that we all share. So please follow along to the degree that you choose, as I know the truth and remind myself of it, that this is a spiritual universe. Here today, I am aware that below this solid ground, there is an amazing energy, the core of the earth, that is magnificent, powerful, and yet for me, for us, so dependable. I know that here and now, I am breathing the air from this atmosphere, and I am surrounded by the whole universe, the whole solar system, so powerful, so always in expansion, beautiful, and yet for me, for us, so life-giving and dependable. All around us, there is this beautiful energy. And behind it all is the creative force itself, that which I call God. And I understand that everything, the earth, the stars, every living being is made of the substance of this spirit itself. And I give thanks to know this truth, and I know that this energy is a thing of beauty, grace, and good. And I choose right now to open up my heart and open up my life and allow this beautiful God-given energy to flow into my life and out from me in beautiful ways as I celebrate the good that is ours to share. I give thanks for this truth, and I invite you to know it together with me by saying together, and so it is. Thank you, everyone. So I'm going to turn it over to Tim Dismang again for a song. So rise and shine. I need words.
a rainbow around the sun.
There is one life, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect love and perfect intelligence. I am an individualized expression of all that it is. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect intelligence. Thank you. And now I would like to ask Ruth Ann to come up and help light a few candles, just in recognition of some of the amazing aspects of this thing called life that we celebrate. So first, we light a candle for life itself. Life is everywhere present, flowing through each and every one of us. There's only one life, and that life is God's life, and that life is our life now. So please affirm with me, I am life. We light a candle for love. The birth of love happens within each one of us every time we make room for the Christ consciousness in our hearts and recognize our unity. We are points of love within the heart of God. So please affirm with me, I am love. We light a candle for light. The light of God is the presence and the power. We are always walking in the light. We radiate the light of God wherever we are. So please affirm with me, I am light. We light a candle for beauty. We're made in the likeness and image of God. We are each whole, complete, and beautiful, just as we are. We accept the beauty of God's perfection as our perfection now. So please affirm with me, I am beauty. We light a candle for joy. Joy is the very nature of spirit and the true essence of each of us. We celebrate the joy of our own rebirth and the God consciousness. We each bring joy to the world. So please affirm with me, I am joy. And we light a candle for peace. Today and every day, we open our hearts to peace. We are each a center of peace in our world. So please affirm with me, I am peace. And then I would like to invite each of you to take a moment and just recognize your own inner light, which is always shining within, as we each honor our own metaphysical path of wholeness, oneness, and mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles, which are ours to rely upon always. Thank you. Thank you, Ruth Ann. And now I will turn it over to Tim.
Okay.
And he's going to do a solo.
perched on a morning star. Someone thought of that, someone believed him. Look what it's done so far. And what's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? Something we're meant to be. Someday we'll all find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. And what's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? What do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Oh. Well, have you been half asleep? Have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. And are these the sweet sounds that call the young sailors? I think they're one and the same. We've heard it too many times to ignore it. Something that we're all supposed to be. That's probably love. Someday we'll all find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers. Oh, all of us free, the rainbow connection, you and me. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, everybody out there in the world watching us online. We appreciate you, and you're a part of our community. Also, those of you who are new to us today, welcome. We're happy that you decided to be here with us. I'm happy that I finally wound up here after a 40-year career running around all over the place in Carlsbad, California. It's a good place to be. And I'm very grateful that Reverend Kate has allowed me to be a part of this and to be one of your speakers. So, thank you. Thanksgiving. You know, November is, for me, the whole month is Thanksgiving. A couple weeks ago I spoke about gratitude as a very high vibration. And everything's vibration. The universe is all about vibrations. Gratitude is powerful. And so today I want to extend that a little bit. My talk is titled Full Circle. And I want to talk about how you and I, as Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote about, which I'll share with you later, are ever expanding our circle. And as we do that, our lives include more. And gratitude is a great power to push that circle out. You know, the Hopi Indians, mainly in New Mexico, and some in Arizona, they saw life and time as moving in a circle. That there is no linear
component to our experience, that we don't fall off the end of the earth and we don't run out of anything. Rather, that life moves this way. And as we move around the circle and expand the circle, it also spirals up. And the thing that is raised is our level of self-awareness. Who we are, what is possible. And as Reverend Kate said in the beginning, a quote from Dr. Ernest Holmes, who was the founder of this teaching in modern times, said, "There's a power for good in this universe available to everyone, and you can use it." And we use it with our consciousness. And our consciousness is an extension of our vibration. So we're working all the time on the inner levels of consciousness to extend our own awareness of what is possible and to take it personally, and to individualize it. Emerson wrote an essay that really describes our lives as ever-expanding circles. For those of you who may be somewhat new to the teaching, Ralph Waldo Emerson was a huge influence on Dr. Ernest Holmes as he formed this particular teaching. I urge you to read Emerson, and I'll share something about him today that he wrote. But this essay on circles is about including more as we move into higher levels of awareness, and that there is a circular aspect to everything. Today I'm thinking of thanksgiving. Now, it seems to me the first step on the path of this wonderful circle is gratitude or thanks. But then we must complete the path, complete the movement by giving. So thanks comes first, and giving is a part of it. They are not separate. It is one thing. You know, I think it was maybe Deepak Chopra who said, giving and receiving are the same thing. It's part of the circle. So everyone here is a great giver. You know, that's one thing that New Thought people have in common. We just give, give, give. And we always say, I have plenty to spare and share, and we're happy to do it. We have great volunteers here. Takes a village, you know, to get things like this set up every week. So we give of our time, our talent, our treasure, as we say, very generously. Centers like this depend on it. But we can all expand how we interact with our world. And maybe there are some gifts we withhold sometimes. Maybe. An example could be, we may love nature in all its diversity. We relish the different flowers, the different colors, the different species. It's a spectacular display of diversity. But do we extend the love of diversity to humans? Do we thank the source for creating so many different kinds of people? No two exactly alike. Do we give our love silently or in any form to those who look very different from our so-called tribe? When my children were 4 and 7, my ex-husband and I moved us back to Hawaii, where I had lived in my youth, but my kids had not. And the very first Christmas there, we took them to see Santa. It turned out Santa was Japanese. My kids didn't miss a beat. Hi, Santa! Climbed up on his lap and told him what they wanted. I thought that was really beautiful. And then when my daughter went to kindergarten, her teacher was probably the only black person on the island at the time, except for her husband. Her name was Virginia. She just passed recently. She's been a dear friend of mine for 40 years. But my daughter came home, and she said, Mommy, I saw the most beautiful lady today. I said, really? She said, yes. She had the most beautiful skin, and it was black. She was blown away. I said, isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? And, you know, living in Hawaii with so many different kinds of people, you really move through any kind of old nonsense you've been carrying around in your head about who's better and who's worse. After a while, everybody looks like you in your mind. It's like there is no differentiation. So I bring that up because our tribe can start to solidify things in our mind. Like our tribe can be our gender. It's becoming our age for some of us. And old gray mares, yeah. Our education, our skin color, our religion, our income level. Anything we think defines us becomes our tribe. And none of those things are actually who we are. They are perceptions, and they're disposable. I wrote an article once years ago for, I think it was Science of Mind magazine, about if we walked around with all the labels stuck on us like Post-it notes, we would be covered in them. So can we start peeling them off? Peel off labels about ourselves. Peel off the labels that say I'm not enough, or I'm damaged, or I'm hurt, or I'm traumatized. All those labels of what happened through our lifetime of experience until we get to this beautiful light, as Reverend Kate spoke about, this beautiful soul that's absolutely untouched by any of it, absolutely untrammeled, the untethered soul. It is always ready. You know, Emerson said, up again, old heart, talking to the soul, always ready to move into a greater perception of self, which includes more love. So love may be the ultimate gift that includes acceptance, respect, a celebration of the other without labels. What prevents us from freely giving are the boundaries of belief, and that's all. You see, there is no love out there that we can get more of, upload it, download it. It's in us already, but we may be blocking it ourselves by the boundaries of our beliefs. And even those of us who've been in this teaching for years and years and years, still come up against some of our old beliefs. They hang around. A lot of times we haven't even noticed them for a long time, but we might get in a different environment, and there they are, right? So Emerson in Circles wrote about this, and I hope you'll indulge me. I want to read this to you. I know I read to you occasionally. I hope you don't mind. But I'll tell you what, if you're in this teaching, you must know Emerson. If you want to deepen your understanding of this teaching, read Emerson. Take a class in Emerson. Okay, so this is the essay on circles, and this is page 214 and 15, where he's speaking about who we are and this evolution of the soul through moving around the circle and spiraling up. It describes how we transcend limitations. So he said, and he uses the word man. In the book I wrote about it, we changed the gender to neutral, but this is the old edition. The life of man is a self-evolving circle, which, from a ring imperceptibly small, rushes on all sides outwards to new and larger circles, and that without end. It's an interesting image to think about. The imperceptibly small, which would be this, in this entire universe, there's this being that I know as I am. And its nature is to rush out and express and become and do. He said the extent to which this generation of circles, wheel without wheel, will go depends on the force of truth of the individual soul. For it is the inert effort of each thought, having formed itself into a circular wave of circumstance, as for instance an empire, rules of an art, local usage, a religious rite. He's talking about the tribes. It is its nature to heap itself on that ridge and to solidify in him in that life. Gosh, that makes sense to me. When you think about you join something and you just rush to become stabilized in it, and it can hold us back. We have to keep an open mind. A friend of mine, a wonderful minister, Kennedy Schultz, once said, keep your mind open, but not so open your brains fall out. So we mean read and study and contemplate and don't believe everything you hear. But what resonates with you? Okay, bursts, okay, if the soul is quick and strong, which everybody here, soul is quick and strong, it bursts over the boundary on all sides and expands. Another orbit on the great deep, which also runs up into a high wave, will attempt again to stop and to bind. The heart refuses to be imprisoned. And see, this is what human frustration is. We may not know what's bothering us, but we feel kind of stuck as we have created boundaries in our own perception that has caused us to feel as if we're not moving. Nothing's happening. No, where's the good? There's good for me, I have to have it. How do I get it, kind of thing. And he's saying, that's just the tendency, but the soul is greater than that. And that's why people like you and me found this teaching. Our soul ran up against the boundaries of old beliefs. We said, there's got to be more. There's got to be more to think about. There's got to be another way to see the universe. We found it. We don't want to get hemmed in. We want to keep evolving. So he says the heart refuses to be imprisoned. In its first and narrowest pulses, it already tends outward with a vast force and to immense and innumerable expansions. I'm almost through. Every ultimate fact is only the first of a new series. Do you know what spiritual mind treatment is really for? It's to set up a new series of cause and effect by changing how we see things. So every ultimate fact is only the first of a new series. Every general law, only a particular fact of some more general law presently to disclose itself. There is no outside, no enclosing wall, no circumference to us. Wow. You know, when I read people like Emerson, now this is way back in the 1800s. And you know that he's the most often quoted American aside from Abraham Lincoln. So he resonates with people, even if they don't understand every word he wrote. He resonates because he's telling us who we are. He's telling us you are greater than your experience. Everybody in this teaching hears that at some point. Do we believe it about ourselves? Do I really believe I'm greater than any experience I've ever had? There's a part of me that does, or I wouldn't have survived, right? There's a part of us, our soul, our heart, our spiritual awareness, knows we're greater than the experiences of the world. Okay, so when we come up against our own resistance to extending our love or giving our forgiveness, we've reached a self-constructed boundary, but we're greater than what even we have created. So I repeat his last sentence. There's no outside, no enclosing wall, no circumference to us. You and I are on the move all the time. Whether we're in these bodies or new ones, we're always moving around that circle of life, spiraling up, seeing it more clearly, including more, becoming more of who we've always been meant to be. The message is very simple, that if we hem ourselves in, we cannot give our greatest gifts. Our greatest gifts are love, compassion, understanding, caring, joy, and helping other people. You can't be a real impactful presence unless you're freely giving, unless you see through the problem you came to help. You understand the difference between sympathy and compassion. We must see through the problem. And the world right now needs a lot of eyes that can see through it. The world right now is in a great evolutionary movement. Huge. We are evolving really fast. And so fast that you're like, I don't even want to watch TV anymore. But it's a good time. Things are falling apart so they can come together in a new way. And the new way is what you and I and every other person who has been practicing meditation and spirituality have pushed up. You see, the light pushes the dark up so that the dark can be looked at and no longer hidden and no longer suppressed. So now we can look at it and say, we don't want that. We want the light. So you and I are in a very potent time of existence, and I don't think there's any accident why we're here. And I think the New Thought teaching is going to rise up in the minds of people. It already has to a point. It's going to become more and more well-known. And that doesn't mean everybody will come on Sunday. It means consciousness will shift from the idea that human beings are flawed or fallen angels or victims of anything or random acts of nature. Human beings are the expression of pure love and absolute intelligence, individualized for the sole purpose that God can reveal itself in this dimension, that spirit can know itself, because it can't unless it takes form. So that's who you are, and that's who I am. So when we don't give our love, we block the space to receive it. That may be the biggest point in today's talk. I've been thinking a lot about space lately. I wrote about this the other day. I have this daily blog, all right? And I moved in with a friend 6 months ago. into his condo. He invited me to share it, and his kitchen's quite small. I like to cook. And he had all, guy gadgets everywhere, covering all this. And so over time, being very sensitive that this is his place, I started removing things and storing them and organizing, and now I've got space, prep space, it makes cooking more fun, right? Okay, so once I cleared the countertops as much as possible, I felt better, I felt more functional, and when you think about relationships, couples will often say, I need some space, right? And we mistakenly think they don't love us anymore. Well, they need space, they need to clear something out, right? So we are advised in this teaching to clear out your closets, to please give away what you don't wear or haven't worn for 2 years, or there are 8 sizes too small and you're never going to get back there again. You know darn well you're not. So why keep those clothes? Create a space, okay? So it's kind of a funny picture to think about, but it's true. The creative process, whether it is personally used to paint a painting, compose music, needs an open space in the mind to come through. Today in our meditation, we went into silence. That's the only way you can create spaces in your mind. You've got to stop the mind from thinking all the time. And when you do think, we have certain good thoughts, powerful thoughts, but the mind must be allowed to stop thinking from time to time. It creates space. And what's in that space? Spirit, our true self. Everything we need to know about anything rises up into our conscious mind with enough practice. So, the question for us today, and I'm always talking about myself, what is taking up space in my mind that rightfully belongs to love? I don't know what your answer is. I'm working on mine. What's taking up that space? Or we could say, what's sitting in my mind that has heaped itself up, as Emerson said, on a stable, solid ridge that is blocking my prosperity? What is taking up the space where my natural joy can bubble up? These are good things to consider. And how do we create that space? Simply sit in silence and speak to yourself and say, my intention is to open up my consciousness that I can see my true love, true joy, true prosperity easily and effortlessly, and I can expand it from this moment on. I can express it. So we may have filled up that space with unforgiveness. Everybody has things they have a hard time forgiving. Fear, a lot of fear going around today. Anger, resentment. Maybe we can't forgive ourselves for something we did in the past, but there's always room to breathe into the silence and to heal those old ideas that keep us inside the circle, unable to evolve. Let's go into treatment. And let's begin, as we always do, by recognizing that we live in a universe of love and intelligence, and that is the rightful description of God. The one life that is everywhere present all the time, all of it, all at once. Never withholding, never withdrawing, but forever coming forth from the invisible to the visible. That power and that presence is the source of each life. It lives in us, as us, by means of us, through us, knowing that we realize we can't be separate from it. We're one with it. It is our co-creator. It is the life force aware of its being as I am, individualized, personified, revealing itself in the life that we live. And so today we awaken to the great possibilities inherent in that truth. There is nothing I cannot do with enough love. My life, and I speak for each one because what is spiritually true for me is true for you. Know this for yourself. My life is not event after event after event. It's one continuous circle of self-discovery. And I am at that point right now of complete openness. I'm at that point of light. I'm at that point of awareness that says, I am greater than anything I have ever done, known, thought, said, or had said to me. And so I move around the circle, I spiral up, and I welcome brand new ideas for a brand new experience. We give our gratitude today for this awareness that Emerson and Thomas Troward and Ernest Holmes and Emma Curtis Hopkins and all the others put down in writing for us to contemplate. We give thanks for them and all the great gurus and saints of all religions who have actually told the truth. We give thanks. Today, all is well with all of us. And so it is. Peace.
The line and have faith in the river. Look for a sign wherever you may go. For now is the time that you stand and deliver, and let the tears, all the tears, let them melt. Oh, like the snow.
So it is our time right now for what we call conscious giving, which is to become aware of our prosperity. And you know, it's a good thing, because when you feel comfortable and aware of what you have, it's so much easier to give, because it's all about the feeling as we give. And here, people give so much of their time, of their talent, and flower arranging and all kinds of things. And so I appreciate that, and I also appreciate how people give to keep the doors open and pay our rent. It's really, really a blessing. So if you look in your program, we have a little saying, and I invite you to read along with me. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I am, and all that I give. I know this is so, and so it is. And while Tim leads us in the next part, the singing, practitioner Larry will pass the basket.
So glad.
Thank you, everyone. And I do have just a few announcements, well, maybe a lot of announcements, and some of you can look at the slides and see them there. But the most important thing is I want to just make sure, if this is your first time here, that you know you're welcome and invite you to stay for refreshments and say hello after our service ends. We even have a guest book if you'd like to sign that and get our weekly email. If you're watching online and you have questions about what we're doing, you can go to our website, CSLCarlsbad.org, and you can sign up for our weekly email that way. I also want to remind everyone that, as always, you can request individual spiritual mind treatments after the service from myself, from Dr. Carol, from practitioner Larry today, or on the table in the lobby. We actually have a box where you can put in a written request if you would like our treatment team to do treatment for you during the week. So today is our food drive, and I know a few people brought food. If you need help carrying packages in from your car, William will be here to do that after the service, so just let me or Jessica know. And then, big announcement. Oh, that's the spiritual mind treatment request forms right there. Let's see what the next slide is. Well, I'll just go ahead because I have a lot to say about next week. Next week is our pre-Thanksgiving potluck Sunday, right? So Thanksgiving is really late this month, so we decided to have our potluck the Sunday before Thanksgiving, which will be nice. So we probably won't have leftover turkey this time, but it will be fun. Get us warmed up. You can try your recipes if you want. And Reverend Maureen and Dr. Carol and I are going to combine forces and do a little special Thanksgiving service. So hopefully that will be enjoyable and very special. Before, during, and after our potluck, we're going to have a special book sale and showcase our own authors. And you would be surprised, I am surprised, how many authors we have in our little congregation. So we have Dr. Carol's books, we'll have Dr. Maddie's books, we've got Jan Sherburne's books, and and we've got Johnny's books, they're gonna be there, and Jim's books, so it's gonna be fun, and we'll have those available next week if you want to pick one up and get them autographed. If you're not going to be here next week, we do have a few on the book table this morning if you want to take an early look. And then the other important announcement, as always, is to thank our volunteers. So thank you, Morgan, for these beautiful flowers. And if you haven't gotten a close-up, the way she did the bottom is so creative. Putting those pyracantha down there, I love it. It's great. Sitting in the front row, I was admiring them. Beautiful. And I also want to thank Johnny and Daryl and Jessica and William and everyone who pitched in. I think Kate, who's her first time here, even pitched in. So thank you, all our volunteers. And finally, I have some really good news to share, which is that Jessica has agreed to take over the role. It's been vacant since Jan retired, making sure that everything is taken care of and organized on Sunday. So, yay. We're grateful for that. So she will be, if you have questions at the bookstore, she'll be the one to ask. And if you want to sign up to volunteer next week or in the future, she's got the sign up form. So yay. So happy about that. So thank you, Jessica. In closing, let's just have a quick treatment. We love treatment here, right? So I just know the truth that today is a beautiful day, a point in each one of our lives at which we are able to take a new step into living life with greater joy, greater health, greater prosperity, and a beautiful feeling of wholeness. And a knowledge that everything is okay, that everything is unfolding in new, wonderful ways. And we are in the flow of good. This is the truth. I give thanks it is so. I let go. I let God. And I invite you to join me in saying, and so it is. So thank you, everyone. And if you want to stand up on the back of your program, we've got a song to sing.
Open your heart, let it